Hey everybody, my name is Hasani Pettiford and I'm your infidelity recovery specialist. And this is another coaching session checkup. I wanted to jump in here. I just finished a session with a couple. And listen, in this particular case, obviously there's been a betrayal. And usually when a couple is trying to restore their relationship, they will make promises and declarations as to what they won't do again. And oftentimes, the issue of the actual betrayal, whether emotional or physical, is addressed. And so they made the determination that they're no longer going to cheat. And while that's fine, a lot of times people don't deal with the behaviors that led to the behavior. So I won't cheat anymore, but don't tell me I can't do this or can't do that. And in this particular case, the issue was cheating. Excuse me, the issue was flirtation. Now here's the deal. If you're going to have a mutually beneficial, long-lasting relationship, it's important that as a couple, you establish a relational code of ethics, a shared value system by what you two as a couple agree is appropriate or inappropriate. And a part of that process is to have a working operational definition for what flirtation actually is. Because if for me it means this and for you it means that, we have a problem. If for me it is a violation, but for you it's no big deal, we have a problem. And so that means that we're not on the same page and we're not in alignment. And there's a scripture in the Bible that says, can two walk together unless they be in agreement? Well, in this particular case, the husband has had a history of being very flirtatious with women in general. And interestingly enough, has a whole lot of female friends, which is a whole nother conversation for another time. But he always had this back and forth, playful, sexual banter where they would compliment each other and make all types of inappropriate, comments and suggestive language and for some it went a little bit further than that. They would share photos, they would share videos. They would talk about what they would do if they could do, but because of circumstances, they can't do so. Oh, well. But just engaging in that conversation is problematic within itself. It's a form of betrayal. And some people make light of it like it's no big deal. And why are you getting so bent out of shape? And why are you making this molehill a mountain? Because it didn't lead to anything. Nothing happened. So obviously it's innocent, it's playful, it's okay. We do it all the time. But how does it make your spouse feel? How potentially damaging is this to your relationship? And I've made for myself, I remember before we even got married, Danielle and I made an internal vow that I would do everything within my power to direct all of my energy, attention, focus towards her, even when she was my fiance. We hadn't gotten married yet. I remember complimenting someone. Um, and wow, you look great today. Wow, girl, you wearing that dress and you that hair, that makeup. And it was a situation where I was complimenting someone and I didn't mean anything by it. I wasn't interested in this particular person, but I noticed the turn up. I noticed that they got into a relationship and they started showing up looking good with the hair and all that. Not that I was attracted to them, but I acknowledged their attractiveness. Now, what that did, it created a problem because number one, the person who was newly in this relationship didn't have a man who complimented her. But here I am in a committed relationship complimenting some other woman. So now I potentially am doing something for this woman that her own man is not doing. And so now she's dressing up, looking good to receive a compliment, waiting for the next validation or words of affirmation because she wasn't getting it from her man. So now that created a tension between him and her. For me, it created an issue because the question is, well, why is her name always in your mouth? Why are you complimenting her? I'm your woman. Compliment me. Put your eyes on me. And she was absolutely right. So I didn't realize what it was doing to my relationship or doing to my fiance at the time, Danielle. So I made an internal vow. I said, you know what? Even though I didn't have any intention of doing anything that would hurt, harm, or hinder my situation or her situation, for me, it's just not worth it. Because guess what? I'm not assigned to that woman. I'm assigned to Danielle. It is my responsibility to speak life into her, to compliment her, to affirm her, to have a chemistry and a connection with her. And that's where my focus and my attention and my words from that point would go. So I made an internal vow within myself that I would do my best not to intentionally compliment other women unnecessarily. For what? They don't need me to tell them what they look like, and that's not my responsibility. And so for me, flirtation has always been something that I've ruled out in my relationship. And so I want to talk to you about how flirtation can actually be damaging to a relationship. And here are some reasons why. Number one, it erodes trust. Flirtation can make your spouse feel extremely insecure and betrayed because you're forming your lips to go out of your way to affirm, to edify, to be suggestive, to be playful, to have a sexual banter with another person instead of your partner. It's devastating. It can lead to emotional infidelity, to be quite honest, because it creates a connection outside of your marriage that can actually weaken the bond that you have within your marriage. It's considered disrespectful to your spouse because it sends a message to them that, guess what, they're not enough. When you go above and beyond and out of your way to be googly eyes and, you have to let them know what they look like and what it makes you feel like, what is that doing to your spouse? It's really a shot to their self-esteem. So a lot of times when there's any type of betrayal, a confident spouse now feels insecure because, my gosh, I thought I had, I thought. But obviously, the way you so turned up talking about this other woman or this other man makes me feel like I'm not enough. Also, when you begin flirting with another person, it can create emotional distance. Because what's happening is now you're diverting time and energy away from your relationship and you're giving it towards someone else. One of the other things that's very damaging, it encourages comparisons. Whether you're conscious of it or not, you may be making unconscious comparisons between your spouse and this other person. It can even damage your reputation because now other people may view it as inappropriate. Other people may view it as unfaithful behavior. And now what you thought was innocent, now there's a stigma attached to your behaviors. I mean, the list goes on and on. You're breaking boundaries that should have been established, rules that should have been established, and you've crossed certain lines that now creates a breach of trust. And it can create unnecessary triggers in your spouse, unnecessary arguments, and now there's reasons to have resentment against you because you thought what was no big deal becomes a major violation to your spouse. And at the end of the day, it can also undermine self-respect. It leads to a loss of integrity within the relationship. So I just want do yourself a favor. Have a conversation with your spouse. Maybe this is an issue in your relationship, something that you've been dealing with and you haven't come to terms. But I want to encourage you that if you love your spouse, if you want to create a safe environment, if you want a relationship that's full of connection and intimacy, and there's a wall of protection around it, stop flirting. Okay. Reestablish the nature of these inappropriate relationships or determine whether they're worth having at all. And all the energy and effort and time and attention and words that you've dedicated and given to other people, bring it back into the relationship and pour into each other to build each other up once again. So I hope that helps and gives you some insight on flirtation and how damaging it could be to your relationship. Take care, guys.